global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. A former governor of Rivers State some few hours ago had called out Wike over the issue of emergency rule in Rivers State, and he named him as the top actor behind the emergency rule in Rivers State. And the fact that some few days before that time, that Wike was gallivanting around the Rivers State government house having meetings, and boom, we saw all those appointments, which totally negates the Constitution, and it's a clear display of intolerance towards the truth that is written in our Constitution. But interestingly, Wike has decided to fire back at the former governor in such a way that is shocking. Now, according to the news, Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has lambasted former Rivers State Governor Rufus Ada George, saying that the elder statesman is speaking like a child. He reported earlier that during a media briefing, Ada George had accused the FCT minister of orchestrating the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State, including the imposition of a state of emergency and appointment of sole administrators in all 23 local government areas. Reacting in a statement on Thursday, Wike's senior special assistant on public communication and social media, Lere Olayinka, stated that it was unfortunate that some elders in Rivers State who played ostrich when suspended Governor Fubara was acting like an emperor and now speaking like children who lost their most prized toys. He described as funny and unfortunate that George, who was among those clapping for Fubara when he was sitting on the salary and other entitlement of fellow indigents of Rivers State who are members of the State House of Assembly, is now speaking on who should be blamed for the state of emergency in the state. According to Olayinka, people like Ada George lack what it takes to be called an elder. Let me quote exact words. He says, unlike these people masquerading as Rivers Elders and Leaders Forum, genuine elders sit in the position of neutrality when there are conflicts among younger ones, so that they will enjoy credibility and respect while sitting on the high table to resolve the issue. When Fubara was orchestrating the burning and demolition of the Rivers State House of Assembly, supposed elders like Ada George were hailing him. They were telling him it was normal for 3 members to run a House of Assembly of 32 members with 11 as quorum of 1/3 that can sit and 22 as 2/3 that can pass budget. When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, intervened in the crisis and resolution signed by all parties, it was this same Ada George that described the president's intervention as executive rascality. Ada George went further to say that the intervention by President contravened the doctrine and practice of separation of power and unilaterally suspended the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They were everywhere calling the president a meddlesome interloper and hailing Fubara. Even when Supreme Court ruled and made clear an ambiguous pronouncement, Ada George and his so-called elders still saw no reason they should tell Fubara to come down from his high horse of arrogance and lawlessness. Rather, they watched as he reeled out threats upon threats, including openly saying that he would give instruction as to what to do at the appropriate time. True to his trade, Fubara gave instruction and Nigerians saw the outcome when oil pipelines started coming up in flames. What an allegation. Now that Fubara's lawlessness has resulted in the imposition of emergency rule, the same elders who failed to stand and act like real elders are sobbing like children whose most prized toys have been taken away. It is funny and unfortunate. They have even turned themselves to monitoring spirit, monitoring when Wike comes to Rivers State and when he leaves, as if it has now become illegal for a minister to visit his home state and associate freely with the people, while telling Ada George and his Rivers Elders and Leaders Forum to blame themselves for taking side when they should be neutral. Olayinka said, the moment an elder takes side in a conflict between 2 children, such an elder has lost the right to intervene and resolve the conflict. That was the position that was taken by Lere Olayinka. We want to look at that critically because right now, some of the things he has pointed out seems, in their own camp, it seems very true. But let's look at it critically. Number one, who is Nyesom Wike? Nyesom Wike is a former governor of Rivers State. I've never seen any way in the war, even when Buhari has stepped aside. Up till today, he has not interfered in the rulership of Nigeria. Not even for once. He gave Bola Ahmed Tinubu the free hands to do whatever he wants to do. Why? Because it is his own turn to rule Nigeria. His expertise must be allowed, must be put into play. But Wike, ex-governor, who right now is fully employed by the federal government of Nigeria to work as the FCT minister, is meddling into the activities of Rivers State. That's number one. Secondly, and you feel that other judge shouldn't say anything about it. Secondly, certain persons decide who call themselves who were House of Assembly members, moved from the party that gave them the position, PDP, to APC. Now, Lere Olayinka should answer simple question. What is the provision of the Constitution when you leave your political party to another political party? By the provision of the law, it's clearly spelled out that whenever that happens, automatically you lose your seat. And when a man loses his seat, whether in government or any way, there is no way his funds will still be paid to him, salary will be paid to him. It's like you resigning. It's like resigning from your job. Like him now leaving the position given to him by Wike, and he will be expecting Wike to be paying him. It doesn't make any sense. When they resign or when they left the party, automatically they resign based on the Constitution. The case was in court. Do you expect Fubara as at that time to be paying them? It's only someone who is not, sane enough would do such a thing. It's outrightly wrong. When the issue is resolved in court, then we'll handle it. Somehow the issue was resolved in court, and they say they did not cross carpet and blah blah blah, which is all lies. Nigerians saw it. Now, as at that time, other judge and other elders were telling Wike, "Can you calm down? Allow us to resolve this issue." He said they had written to Wike twice. He said at the start of the whole Buaha, they wrote to Wike, and Wike did not respond. Now, apart from other judge, even members of Pandev say they wrote to Wike. Wike never gave them an opportunity, because the only thing we all know about FCT minister is if he doesn't win, if you don't stand by his side, automatically whatever you say, whatever you are saying is frivolous. Whatever he says is right. So there was no room for any form of reconciliation and all of that. Now you come out and you're telling the whole Nigerian that other judge and other elders that they are sobbing over the fact that they have taken their prize, toy from them. We should be careful. When these things happen to other people, it looks very okay. But don't forget that one day, this whole thing, what goes around will come around. You understand? And as at that time, you will be crying and thinking that people should give you consideration. Now, look at the situation on ground that had happened during the time that Bola Ahmed Tinubu intervened in that issue. Anyone who picked up those things that was written there would tell you that this is absolutely not political solution, because it was too one-sided. Clearly, it was all too one-sided. And as at that time that whole thing happened, we saw the person of Fubara obeying and doing everything that Bola Ahmed Tinubu do, one of which was that withdraw the case from court. He went and withdrew the case. Did Wike's people withdraw the case? When you talk, don't allow money to run into your head. Did Wike's people withdraw the case? They did not withdraw the case. He said reabsorb the commissioners back to their position. Fubara reabsorbed them. So what are we talking about? Instead, they were still going ahead with the impeachment moves. It's troubling when we see young people who should salvage the country. Sorry, he's not even so young. But however, I feel that being a special assistant does not mean all of a sudden you get masked up in some things that are totally, tomorrow it will begin to hunt after your mind. Because automatically, taking sides and making some utterances against men who have lived their life gloriously and have attained heights that it will take God before you get there. And you're talking to them anyhow, calling them names. One day you'll be an elder. So you learn to respect those who are elders and attend to their issues with a high level of wisdom. I'll leave it there. I'm not taking sides, but I just believe that because you have the pain, you shouldn't be talking to elders the way he's doing.